guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we are doing So Far. Do you know it?
It's not ringing a bell.
So honestly, I don't know. I don't have a good idea if you would know this or not. So this is track 13 off the Marshall Mathers LP2. I've been trying to make a point of saying what track number it is so people know we're going through the
Oh,
album.
smart.
So this song he samples another song called Life's Been Good by Joe Walsh of the Eagles.
Uh,
I was gonna play you the sample of the original, but as you know, we have videos of the Eagles that we did reactions to that just fucking disappeared. Typically, like they'll say you can't monetize, and
yeah.
so we can't make any money on it, but they'll let you post it. With the Eagles, they didn't even let us post it. So I'm not even taking the chance of
And they're a
doing
little douchey.
at least the record label that controls the copyrights are. Yeah.
Well, no, whoever the lead singer of the
Yeah.
Eagles is, people used to always point out the fact that in Hotel California, he mentions spirits as being wine, but like wine is not a spirit. And he has this really ridiculous, convoluted, and douchey explanation. Like, you guys think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not wrong. And he's just like saying that everyone who thinks that he's wrong is an idiot, basically.
Yeah.
But wine is not a spirit. I worked in a liquor store for a few years when I was younger. It's not a spirit. It's
Yeah.
wine.
Funny.
He's wrong.
So the original song is it's tongue in cheek. So okay, so Eminem's song is called So Far, and the chorus in Life's Been Good is Life's been good to me so far, right? So Eminem takes the tail end of the chorus. The original has the beginning of the chorus, you know what I mean? So it's interesting that he does that. So he samples the beat. I believe there's a direct vocal sample of Joe Walsh in it, and then also Eminem mimics the style that the song is sung in. So there's like a lot of like parallels to the original.
Okay.
And the main line that I think would encapsulate the Eminem song, this part isn't sampled, but it says, "It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different. I haven't changed." So you'll get the theme of it from that little sentence there.
And another really annoying thing about the Eagles is, it's not the Eagles,
It's
it's
just
just Eagles.
Eagles.
So when you say the Eagles, you're technically wrong. So it's Eagles.
Yeah, that's
So he
good.
sampled Eagles.
Yes,
How
this is.
stupid does that sound?
I know. I agree.
Like, change your name. Sorry.
Oh,
Still annoyed at that last reaction we did of Hotel California.
yeah, if you want, check out other platforms. It's there.
Yes, on Rumble.
Yes.
And this video is sponsored by Chomps, by Chomps. And it is literally the best beef jerky I've ever had. I say this in every video, but it's true because this one's the turkey one. It tastes like pepperoni, but really to me, it sort of tastes like sausage, which is like a win-win because I love sausage.
Hmm.
This is free range. They only have healthy meat, like no corn-fed bullshit. Like it's all good for you, grass-fed, free range. The animals are getting the right diet. And there's no sugar. They're all ingredients that you can pronounce, and it tastes delicious. And I eat about like one a day, and we're starting to run out. We need to order some more.
Use our promo code.
Yes, so we'll use our promo code.
That's what I'm saying.
So use our promo code. It's with Smith. You'll save 10% off all orders, not just your first one, and an additional 10% off of subscriptions. And that code is also good for SeatGeek if you're in the market for concert tickets, game tickets, like sporting events. I'm so bad at this. Comedians, what else do you get tickets for? Like monster truck shows. I don't know if they have those, so don't quote me on it, but
Like,
yeah, you'll get $20 off your very first purchase if you use our promo code. And check out our Amazon affiliate store. Everything is linked in the description below if you're interested. Got a lot of cool stuff in there. And I will be adding more cool stuff in there. And I believe there's like little discounts with each thing anyhow.
nice.
Yeah. And oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social medias if you're into that. A few people ask why they should follow us on social media. I don't have an answer for you. Just do it if you want to. I don't know. I don't know.
All
Okay.
right, here we go.
Had a long day.
So far.
I own a mansion, but live in a house. A king size bed, but I sleep on the couch. I'm Mr. Brightside, glasses half full. But my tank's half empty, gasket just blew. This always happens. 30 minutes from home, got a late a log cabin. Only option I have's McDonald's bathroom. In a public stall, dropping a football. So every time someone walks in the john, I get maddened. Shady, what up? What? Come on, man, I'm crapping, and you're asking for my goddamn autograph on a napkin? Oh, that's odd, I just happened to run out of tissue. Yeah, hand me that. On second thought, I'd be glad then. Thanks, dog. Name's Todd, a big fan. I wipe my ass with it, crumbled it up, and the wife threw it back in. Told him, Todd, you're the shit. When's all of this crap in? Can't pump my gas without causing an accident. Pump my gas, cut my grass. I can't take out the fucking trash without someone passing through my sub harassing. I count my blessings, but I suck at math. I'd rather wallow than bass, suffer and succotash. But the antacid is my stomach gas when I mix my corn with my fucking mash. Potato so what? Oh, kiss my country bunkin' ass. Missouri Southern roots, what the fuck is upper class? Call lunch, dinner, supper, Tupperware in the cupboard, plastic, where up the ass. Stuck in the past, iPod, what the fuck is that? B-boy to the core, mule, I'm a stubborn ass. Maybe that's why I feel so strange. Got it all, but I still won't change. Maybe that's why I can't leave Detroit. It's the motivation that keeps me going. This is the inspiration I need. I could never turn my back on a city that made me. And they call me class.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw or heard, but I do know this song. You've played this song a few times before, but I will say I recognize the beginning, but like the part, like the end part, where we just paused, I don't recognize that.
So yeah, that the life's been good to me so far. It's a direct sample from the song.
No, that I recognize, but I'm saying
Oh,
I'm
the
not sure if
lyrics.
I ever listened to this whole song before.
That's
I
interesting.
just recognize the beginning.
Yeah, so it's like it's heavily influenced. Do you know what I mean? Like the song, he's mimicking so much. Like as I said, like the way he delivers it, the music,
Yeah, I don't know the
it's
original
crazy.
one.
Yeah, I mean we can't play it here.
No, we
I'll show
can't
it to you
because
later later.
I forget the lead singer of the Eagles name.
So Joe Walsh.
It's not, I don't think it's Joe
So
Walsh.
I don't know if Don Henley.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the one who was nasty about the
Yeah, I
spirits,
don't remember. Okay.
not
So,
wine.
yeah. So Eminem starts off with this little intro, and it says, "I own a mansion, but live in a house, a king-size bed, but I sleep on the couch. I'm Mr. Brightside, glass is half full, but my tank is half empty, gasket just blew."
That's cool, where he goes like half full, half empty, which is
Yes.
also funny because it's like if you were Mr. Brightside, you wouldn't have called your tank half empty.
So somebody, I think if you look on Lyric Genius, they think he's alluding to the Killer song.
Yeah, because that came out around this time, right? Or
Maybe.
before. I don't
I would
remember.
imagine before. This is
Yeah.
2013, so I think it was before that. But in my Mr. Brightside, he's kind of like it's very dark and like he's not very bright about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like obsessing over the negativity of, you know what I mean?
So I always confuse Mr. Brightside and was it Somebody Told Me?
Yeah.
Are those two different songs, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
different.
So I
Yes.
confuse, I forget what's going on in Mr. Brightside. I start thinking it's Somebody Told Me.
Well, isn't that the one with the and she's calling a cab, she's taking a
Yeah,
drive, that thing, you know what I
where
mean?
your boyfriend looks like a girlfriend that I had in
That's
February
the other
of
one.
last year.
That's the other
That's
one.
Mr. Brightside?
No, that's the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forgot what Mr. Brightside was.
yeah, the one I was just singing.
How's it go?
And she's like, and now he's calling a cab and she's
Yes,
taking a
okay.
drag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forget the words, but yes. Okay,
She
so
takes off her dress.
yes,
No.
exactly.
Okay.
So the line from the original that I read to you, like I said, that kind of encompasses what Eminem's version of the song is about, where oh he's rich and everything, but it doesn't change who he is at heart, right?
Okay.
So he's got a king size bed, but he sleeps on the couch, which I'm
Yeah, I
guessing
was
is
like,
true.
why? But now I get it.
And then he's like, I own a mansion but live in a house. So like in the original, it's like Joe Walsh is like, I own a mansion, but and I don't know the price. I've never been there. They tell me it's nice, but it's like tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's also true because he's a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the theme of it. Okay. So that was like the little intro. And then he starts his first verse and he says, "This always happens. 30 minutes from home. Gotta lay a log cabin. And the only option I have is McDonald's bathroom."
Ew.
So yeah, he's talking about
Another pooping,
there's
a
a lot.
whole
This
pooping
whole
scheme.
verse is it.
It's all about pooping.
Yes. Then he says,
Just for pooping.
yes. Then he says, McDonald's bathroom in a public stall, dropping a football.
Yeah.
So every time someone walks in the John, I get maddened. Okay.
Like mad because someone's coming in, but also like
John Madden, who's the football coach. I think he was a player too at some point, and the video games named after him. The
yeah.
NFL.
But so what is he doing? Like he's like if he's mad at
So
he catching the poops.
no. So he says, "I'm in a public stall dropping a football, right?
Yeah.
So every time someone walks in the John, I get maddened.
Because
He
you
gets
don't
mad
want
when
anyone to come in because you're pooping, but also like mad and like you're playing like you're really good at it.
no. So it's tying into the dropping the football.
No, I know, but
You
I
know what I
was
mean?
trying to look for like more meaning, but it's just not making
No,
sense.
I mean there's two there. You
No,
know.
yeah, but I was seeing like, oh, like maybe he's like pooping really good. I don't even know.
Maybe. And then he says, then we hear, "Shady, what's up? Shady, what up? What? Come on, man, I'm crapping. And you're asking for my goddamn autograph on a napkin?"
Ew.
So this mirrors the Marshall Mathers LP1, The Way I Am. He's like, "I can't even take a shit in the
Yeah.
bathroom without someone standing by it."
Oh, like
Right?
because we're still doing the Marshall Mathers LP2, so there's gonna be
A lot of
mirroring of
yes.
the first one.
Yes. And he
Okay.
continues, "Oh, that's odd. I just happened to run out of tissue. Yeah, hand me that. On second thought, I'd be glad then." And then the guy says, "Thanks, dog. Name's Todd, a big fan. I wiped my ass with it, crumbled it up in a wad, and threw it back and told him, 'Todd, you're the shit.'" So
Poor Todd.
it's funny to play on. Obviously, he wipes so there's shit on the toilet paper, so he threw it at him, "You're the shit."
It's always a guy named Todd.
And then he says, "When does all of this crap end?" So he punctuates the poop scheme in the bathroom with people coming to him while he's taking a shit. And he says, "When does all this crap end?" Meaning, when are people going to stop hounding him?
And also, when is he gonna stop pooping?
Yes, with the crap. And then he says, "Can't park my ass without causing an accident." I thought it was
Same.
pump my gas, honestly.
Can't park my ass without causing an
Yeah.
accident. I'm saying he's got a big butt, and that can't be right.
Yeah, no, it says, "Can't pump my gas without causing an accident." So this actually really happened to him. He spoke about it in an interview.
I could see that
He was
happening.
pumping his gas. Somebody was driving by and was yelling out the window.
Like,
Didn't see it. Hit the car in front of him.
my God.
Yes. So it says, yeah, can't pump my gas. Where are we? Without causing an accident. And then he continues. He says, "Pump my gas, cut my grass. I can't take out the fucking trash without someone passing through my sub, harassing." So I guess like suburb, right?
Yeah, that would probably like. I feel like. Sorry. I feel like the average everyday person who wants to be famous thinks that they would love that, but like, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, so all the things he's doing, they're harassing. Then he says, "I'd count my blessings, but I suck at math. I'd rather
That's a
wallow."
good line.
Yeah, it's awesome. "I'd rather wallow than bask, suffer in succotash." So I'd rather wallow than bask. So he doesn't want to bask in it. He wants to wallow in the fact, why is everyone, nobody's leaving me alone?
Yeah, instead of enjoying it, just be like miserable about it.
Yes, then he does suffering. So they wrote suffering from succotash. So
Oh, someone must have not watched the Looney Tunes when they were
So
younger.
it's interesting though, because he does suffer and succotash, and he says, "But the antacid is making my stomach gas. I mix my corn with my fucking mash." So succotash is a dish, right? So the stomach gas could be from the succotash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's also what Sylvester the cat would always say
Suffer and
when things
succotash.
wouldn't go his way.
Yes. So I mix my corn with my fucking mash.
I don't even know what succotash is.
It's a dish. I forget what's in it. And then he says, yeah, mix my corn with my fucking mash. Where are we? Potatoes. So yeah, he continues the scheme. With my fucking mashed potatoes. So what? Ho, kiss my country bumpkin ass. Missouri Southern roots. What the fuck is upper class? Call lunch dinner. Call dinner supper. Tupperware in the cupboard. Plasticware up the ass. Stuck in the past. iPod. What the fuck is that? B-boy to the core. Mule. I'm a stubborn ass.
So he says Missouri. Isn't he from Michigan?
So that's where he lived. I think he was born in
Missouri?
yeah, and then he moved around a lot from
Is
different
that right?
states. Yeah. And then so
Where is Missouri? Is it like
yeah,
Midwest?
at least I think.
We live
Yes.
in New York. We don't know these
Mhm.
things.
So then yes, Tupperware. So he does cover Tupperware, plastic, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's
And
stuck in
it's
the
still with like a eating scheme
Mhm.
because he was talking about the potatoes, the succotash,
the
and then he
mashed
goes
potato.
lunch, dinner, supper.
Yep. And then the Tupperware and then the plasticware, so like utensils. And then stuck in the past iPod, what the fuck is that? So like he doesn't,
Yeah,
he
doesn't
doesn't
know
have
what an iPod
he's not
is.
into technology, and then B-boy to the core. It's like
What's a
so
b-boy?
B-boys like break dancers.
Oh,
So like he started out as that, and then obviously the bar mule. I'm a stubborn ass,
yeah.
stubborn mule ass.
And then one other thing, so he's talking about like what he does that's country that's different from everyone else, I guess. He writes call dinner supper. It's so funny because my grandma, she was from Brooklyn, but she would always call dinner supper. So I
Yeah,
always thought that was
my
funny.
grandma did too.
Yeah,
It's
like she's
really
not
funny.
country at all, but like
No,
supper, she'd still say it. She's like, you having some supper? I'd be like, no, I'm eating dinner.
yeah.
I don't know.
All right, and then he says, the chorus is maybe that's why I feel so strange. Got it all, but I still won't change. Maybe that's why I can't leave Detroit. It's the motivation that keeps me going. This is the inspiration I need. I can never turn my back on a city that made me. And then we hear the sample. Life's been good to me so far. All right, we will pick it up here. Jesus, this is a
Okay.
long fucking video.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Never turn my back on a city that made me. They call me classless, I heard that. I second and third that. Don't know what the fuck I'd be doing if it weren't rap. Probably be a giant turd sack. But I blew, never turned back. Turned 40 and still sag. Teenagers act more fucking mature, Jack. Fuck you gonna say to me? I leave on my own terms, asshole. I'm going berserk. My nerves are bad, but I love the perks my work has. I get to meet famous people. Look at her, dag. Her nylons are ran, her skirt snagged, and I heard she drag races. Swag. Tucking my Hanes shirt tag. You're Dan the Kirkpatrick. Yeah, words gag. We be the perfect match. Cause you're a vacuum, I'm a dirtbag. My apologies, no disrespect to technology, but what the heck's all of these buttons? You expect me to sit here and learn that? Fuck I gotta do to hear this new song from Luda? Be an expert at computers? I'd rather be an encyclopedia, Britannica, hell with PlayStation. I'm still on my first man, I'm from Zelda. Nintendo bitch, run, jump, punch, stab, and I melt the mozzarella on my spaghetti, put it on bread, make a sandwich with Welchers and belch. They say this spray butter's bad for my health, but I think this poor white trash from the trailer, Jet clamping, Brett Sanford, and welfare mentality helps to keep me grounded. That's why I never take full advantage of wealth. I manage to dwell within these parameters, still cramming the cells full of hamburger helper. I can't even help it, this is the hand I was dealt a. Creature of habit, feel like I'm trapped in an animal shelter with all these pet peeves. God damn it to hell, I can't stand all these kids with the camera cell phones. I can't go anywhere, I get so mad I could yell. The other day, someone got all elaborate and stuck a head from a fucking dead cat in my mailbox. Went to Burger King, they spit on my onion rings. I think my karma's catching up with me.
Maybe that's why I feel so strange. Got it all, but I still won't change.
Maybe that's why I can't leave Detroit. It's the motivation that keeps me going. This is the inspiration I need. I could never turn my back on a city that made me.
Okay. Verse 2. So the first time I heard this song, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's a
It's
little chaotic.
chaotic,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
But he's staying true to the music of the original, like the guitar and how it changes like that. The original song really is like that,
It's a type of song that you have to listen to twice to
at
get rid of
least.
the chaos, so
Yeah,
like you know what's coming.
yeah. So he starts off second verse. He says, "They call me classless. I heard that. I second and third that.
Nice.
Don't know what the fuck I would do. I would be doing if it weren't rap. Probably be a giant turd sack. But I blew, never turned back, turned 40 and still sag. Teenagers act fucking mature, Jack." So that's a cool line there. So all that's,
Yeah,
self-explanatory.
but sag, like what does that mean? Like your pants?
Still sags his pants, right? But he says, teenagers act fucking mature, Jack.
More mature?
Yes. So implying that teenagers are the ones that sag their jeans, right? You know,
Yeah.
you're young when you do that, and he's saying, "Oh, I'm 40 and I'm still doing it," right? And then the
And I don't
jack,
really think people do it that much anymore,
not as
right? Like
much. I
no
mean,
one really
somewhat,
does it anymore.
not as excessive as it used to be.
No, like where your like pants are, some people would have them like at their knees.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
damn.
So, but the line, the jack, so, you know, that's like an old people would be like, hey, watch that jack. Like Joe Biden does that all the time. He's like, hey, watch that jack. You know what I mean? Like
Like
just,
hit the road, Jack.
yeah, it's like a stand-in name.
Come back.
But you can interpret the Jack, like the movie with Robin Williams where he's a young kid. Do you remember that movie?
What is
It's
it called?
Jack.
No.
So yeah, he plays he's a kid, but he has the body of like an adult. So he you could interpret it as a reference to
Okay, that
that.
makes sense.
Somebody else thought it was a reference to Jack Cheese because of the mature line. It could be. I don't really see that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is it cheese
Or
maturing?
like
I don't.
Kobe Jack.
Yeah, I don't know. So then, anyway, he continues. He says, "Fuck you gonna say to me? I leave on my own terms, asshole. I'm going berserk." So, asshole and berserk were both track titles of tracks on this album we just
Yeah.
listened to. So it's a little nod to this one.
Yeah.
Then he says, "My nerves are bad, but I love the perks my work has. I get to meet famous people. Look at her, dag. Her nylons ran, her skirt snag. I heard she drag races." And then you hear a burp, and then he says, "Swag." So he's him and a bunch of other of his like shady label mates are infamously hate that rappers always say swag. They hate that word. So he's like kind of joking on himself, right?
Yeah.
And then he says, fucking my Hanes shirt tag. It's tuck in my Hanes shirt tag, which is a funny line because for like the last, I don't know, 20 years, their whole thing is that they are
Oh
tagless.
yeah, it's just like a stamp now
Yeah.
or whatever.
So the implication is that his shit is so old. Do you know what I mean? That it still
Yeah.
has the tag on it.
So like I don't really keep up. I didn't really know that.
Yeah, so that's you know it's funny. So he's just like, yeah, he's rich, but he still just has all this old shit. He doesn't care.
Yeah, and Hanes is like a very cheap,
Yeah,
very
very
inexpensive.
basic.
Yeah.
And then he says, yeah, tuck in my Hanes shirt tag. And then he says, you're Danica Patrick. Word skag. We'd be the perfect match because you're a vacuum. I'm a dirtbag. Okay, so the Danica Patrick line ties back into. I heard she drag races.
Yeah, because she's a race car
Yeah,
driver.
she doesn't really drag, but yeah.
No, she just races.
Yeah, so that's tying back into
What does dag mean again? He said that in other
it just means like
songs. Like
damn.
damn?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then we perfect match. You're a vacuum, I'm a dirtbag.
Why is she a vacuum? Is
So
he
I
saying she like sucks dick?
so it could be. I mean, so I think yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Or like he's saying like, oh, like I want you to be with me, like we're perfect for each other.
So
It's
I
like vacuums suck up dirt. Or like the dirt or you know, like the old school vacuums, you like put the bag in it. Like that's like a dirt bag.
yeah, so
So like he would
oh
go in her.
interesting. So I don't know. I've always just focused on the he was calling himself a dirtbag, and I thought just by default they would be a if they were a perfect match and he was a dirtbag, she would have to be vacuum, but you might be right. It might be like a sexual thing,
Yeah,
you know, that he's saying. And
maybe.
then he says, "My apologies, no disrespect to technology, but what the heck is all of these buttons? You expect me to sit here and learn that? Fuck I gotta do to hear this new song from Luda, be an expert at computers? I'd rather be an Encyclopedia Britannica. Hell with the PlayStation. I'm still on my first man from Zelda. I believe it's man. Yeah, I'm still on my first man on some Zelda. So he's saying PlayStation is even too new for him. He's
Yeah,
still
he's still
on
using the old
Zelda. And
school.
when he says my first man, meaning he's on his like first life. Do you know what I mean? So like
Yeah, like he's yeah.
made no progress.
No.
Um and then he says Nintendo bitch, run, jump, punch, stab, and I melt the mozzarella on my spaghetti, put it on bread, make a sandwich with Welch's and belch. So that's an
Wait,
interesting.
wait. Okay. So is he having a glass of grape juice with this or is he putting jelly on the
No,
sandwich?
not grape juice. I think grape jelly. Yeah. That's how I interpret it.
Pasta
Sounds like it.
and mozzarella?
Hmm. And then he says, they say the spray butter is bad for my health, but I think there's more white trash from the trailer. Jed Clampett, Red Sanford, welfare mentality helps to, so, and welfare mentality helps to keep me grounded. Yeah. So Jed Clampett is from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh,
And then Red Sanford, Sanford and Son, whore. Red Fox plays Red Sanford.
I
It's,
don't
it's a similar
like the
yeah,
hillbillies.
it's a similar
Okay.
type of, illusion. Yes, so the welfare mentality helps to keep me grounded. That's why I never take full advantage of wealth. I manage to dwell within these parameters, still cramming the shelves full of hamburger helper. That's funny. I can't
I
even
never had that. Have you ever had that?
I have. It's fine. Then he says, I can't even help it. So on the helper, which is funny. This is the hand I was dealt to. So hamburger helper's a hand.
Yeah. Oh
So
my God, I'm like Family Guy.
yeah, so he's tying into that. The hand I was dealt to, creature of habit, feel like I'm trapped in an animal shelter with all these pet peeves. So I really like this line because he does the creature of habit, right? And then he says he feels like he's trapped in an animal shelter with all these pet peeves. So
So
like,
like an animal scheme,
so like the pet peeves, like he'd be
things that bother you.
yeah, so he'd be peeved if he's in an animal shelter. You know what I mean? So yeah, the all those lines are pretty cool. Then he says, "God damn it to hell! I can't stand all these kids with their camera cell phones.
Camera cell phone.
Yes, I can't go anywhere. I get so mad I can yell. The other day, someone got a little elaborate and stuck a fucking dead cat in my mailbox. Went to Burger King. They spit on my onion rings. I think my karma's catching up with me." Okay, so you notice that the beat changed for these
Yes, it
lines.
went like I forget the name of the song.
So yes, for the onion
Guess who's
rings.
back?
So I'm back for the the cat in the mailbox lines. Like I used to get punk and bullied on my block till I cut a kitten's head off and stuck it in this kid's mailbox. And then the real Slim Shady is he could be working at Burger King spitting on your onion rings. So the beat switched to literally the beat from those two songs for
Yeah,
those two lines.
that was cool.
Yeah. And then he says, I
He's
think
on the MMLP one.
yes.
Okay.
And then he says, I think my karma's catching up with me. So again, that's the mirroring back to the other. And then we got to this chorus, and we will finish out the song here.
Got friends on Facebook all over the world. Not sure what that means. They tell me it's good. So I'm artist of the decade. I even got a plaque. I'd hang it up, but the frame is all cracked. Trying to be low key. Hopefully nobody notices me. In produce, hunched over, giant nosebleed, ogre style as I mosey over to the frozen aisle by the frozen yogurt. This guy approached me, embarrassed. I just did Comerica with Hover. The show's over. I'm hiding in Kroger, buying groceries. He just had front row seats. Told me sign his poster, then insults me. Wow, up close, didn't know you had crow's feet. I'm at a crossroads, lost, still shopping at Costco. Sloppy Joe's, both waffles. Got caught picking my nose. Look over, see these two hot hoes. Fingers still up one of my nostrils, right next to him. Stuck at the light, the fucking shit's taking forever to change. Stuck, these bitches are loving it, rubbing it in, chuckling. Couldn't do nothing, play it off. What you bumping? Drunk music? Yellow roof's better. Fucking bitch. They want me to flip at the label, but I won't succumb to it. The pressure, they want me to follow up with another one after recovery was so highly coveted. But what good is a fucking recovery if I fumble it? Cause I'ma drop the ball if I don't get a grip. Hopping out shrubbery on you sons of bitches. Wrong subdivision to fuck with, bitch. Quit snapping fucking pictures of my kids. I love my titties, but you push me to the limit. What a pity. The shit I complain about. It's like there ain't a cloud in the sky and it's raining out. Kool-Aid stain on the couch, I'll never get it out. Bitch, I got an elevator in my house. Ants in a mouse, I'm living the dream.
Maybe that's why I feel so strange. Got it all, but I still won't change.
Maybe that's why I can't leave Detroit. It's the motivation that keeps me going. This is the inspiration I need. I could never turn my back on a city that made me.
Third and final verse. They fucked up a few lines here.
Yeah, something about him and his titties.
Yeah, it's
I
city.
was assuming he didn't say titties.
Okay, so he does this little bridge in between the last chorus and before the third verse. It says, which it exactly mirrors how the original is sung, which is also how he started the song. It says, got friends on Facebook all over the world. Not sure what that means. They tell me it's good. So I'm artist of the decade. I even got a plaque. I'd hang it up, but the frame is all cracked. So it's like
It's
this.
like all self-explanatory for the most
Yeah,
part.
he really did get artist of the. He was the highest selling artist of the decade. So, and he did get a plaque for it. So that's what he's talking about. So then he says, I'm trying to be low key. Hopefully, nobody notices me. In produce, hunched over, giant nosebleed.
Ew.
And then
Like all I imagined was him just like bleeding all over like the bananas.
yes.
Ew.
And then he says, ogre style, not overstop. Ogre style. I mosey over to the frozen aisle. Buy the frozen yogurt. This guy approached me. Embarrassed. I just did Comerica with Hover.
What's
Show's over.
that?
So Comerica is it's a venue, Comerica Park. So it's like a stadium. So him and Jay-Z performed there.
Okay.
They did in at Yankee Stadium and Comerica, I believe. So they both did it in like in their cities.
Interesting.
So yeah, and Hova's Jay-Z,
Of
obviously.
course.
So yeah, he says I just did Comerica with Hova, show's over. I'm hiding in Kroger, buying groceries. So I should point out his rhyming here is like really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like even though it's funny what he's rapping about, it's like
Yeah.
sick. And then he continued, says, he just had front row seats, told me to sign this poster, then insults me. Wow, up close, didn't know you had crow's feet, which is funny.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that that Eminem's bothered by that.
Yeah. I guess like he's bothered that somebody would even say, you know what I mean? Like if somebody would
Yeah.
just say that to you, it's like, all right, I wasn't thinking about it, but fuck you, you
Yeah.
know?
Now I need Botox.
Yes. Then he says, I'm at a crossroads, lost, still shopping at Costco's
He was just at Kroger.
with the S, which is funny. Still shopping at Costco's.
It bothers me so much when people do that. I hate it.
He does it a lot.
I
He
hate
spoke about it
it.
in the other song. Then he says, sloppy joes, bulk waffles, got caught picking my nose. And he says, look over, see these two hot hoes, finger still up one of my nostrils,
That's
right next to him, stuck at a light. The fucking shit's taking forever to change. All right, let's
I would have
skip
just drove
ahead.
through it.
Yeah, so it's taking forever to change. It's stuck. These bitches are loving it, rubbing it in, chuckling, couldn't do nothing. Play it off. What you bumping? So he tries to play it off and asks them what you bumping. They say trunk music, and then the other one says Yellow Wolf's better. He says fucking bitch. So Yellow Wolf is signed at this time at least was signed to Shady. So they're saying, yeah, we're listening to Yellow Wolf's album, and he's better than you. And
Mm,
then the next line says they want me to flip at the label, but I won't succumb to it. So again, that's like a reference back to they're both on the same label, Eminem's label, right? But I won't succumb to it. The pressure they want me to follow up with another one after recovery was so highly coveted. So recovery was awesome, and
yeah.
he's like, "Fuck, I gotta top that or at least match it." Then he says, "But what good is a fucking recovery if I fumble it?" So that starts another football scheme. So when the ball is fumbled and the other team gets it, they call it a recovery, right?
So it's a triple entendre.
So the football,
Actual
the
recovery and the
sobriety,
album.
yeah, yeah. If I fumble it, yeah, that's true. That is
Yeah.
kind of a triple. Then he says, because I'm gonna drop the ball if I don't get a grip. So that continues with the football scheme, literally the ball and then the grip of the ball. Hopping out shrubbery on you sons of bitches, which is funny. Quit snapping fucking pictures of my kids. So the snapping pictures is self-explanatory, but the snap could be tied into the football scheme too.
I love my titty.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It says, I love my city, but you push me to the limit. What a pity. So that's the real line. Um, da, da, da.
Like, who wrote the lyrics for this video? You really think that's what he said?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so dumb. I love my city, but you push me to the limit. What a pity. The shit I complain about, it's like there ain't a cloud in the sky and it's raining out. Kool-Aid stain on the couch. I'll never get it out. But bitch, I got an elevator in my house. Ants and a mouse. I'm
That's
living the
another
dream.
song, right?
Elevator off of relapse, which we
Yeah,
did.
I remember that.
Yeah, literally called elevator. So then he says, I got an elevator in my house and then an ant and a mouse. So
Like saying it's like great, but it's not that great.
yes. All right. So far,
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? That's the
yes,
name of the song.
yes.
It's really good. It is a little chaotic, I will say, and a little like once it gets to the chorus, I'm like, oh, like what's going on? But like it's really funny and it's really good. The rap schemes are really good.
It is. It's impressive. So so I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I don't think when I heard this I knew the original, and I think I was so confused. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah,
I was
that's how I feel. So I feel like you do kind of have to know the original to understand where the song's going, or at least listen to it like 3 times so you can like predict where it's going so it doesn't sound as crazy.
Yeah, it'll give you a way better appreciation for what Eminem did here. It's so much more impressive after you listen to the original because you see like how he puts all his rhymes into the format of this pre-existing song. You know, it's like really cool. But yeah, there's some good shit in here. His rhyming is awesome, especially that third verse. It was like really sick. There was a lot of like internal rhymes and a lot of the same syllables being rhymed for long periods of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great song. I like it.
Yeah, I agree. It's really good.
Yes.
And yeah, so definitely use our promo codes for both SeatGeek and Chomps. The link is in the description below. Check out our Amazon storefront. A lot of good stuff there. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See.
Bye.